Hi everyone, welcome back to Bullion Point podcast, where we help investors and traders better understand the world of precious metals. I'm Jiaxuan, your host for today. In our previous episode, we covered the fundamentals of precious metal investing and answered some of the most frequently asked questions for beginners. Today, we're exploring another topic that many new investors ask about. Should I invest in physical gold and silver, or should I invest through ETFs, stocks, and other paper-based investments? To help us answer this question, we are joined by a special guest, Shirley, who has experience investing in both physical precious metals and financial products such as ETFs and stocks. Welcome to the show, Shirley.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here and share some of my experiences with both asset classes.
We're glad to have you with us today. Since you've invested in both physical bullion and paper investments, you're in a unique position to explain the differences from a real investor's perspective. Let's jump right in. When people hear terms like ETFs, stocks, and physical bullion, they may assume they are all simply different ways to invest. What are the key differences?
While they can all be investment vehicles, they represent very different types of ownership. Physical bullion means owning actual gold or silver bars and coins. You physically possess the metal either by storing it yourself or through a secure storage provider. Paper investments such as ETFs or mining stocks provide exposure to the precious metal market without requiring ownership of the physical metal itself. For example, if you buy a gold ETF, you are buying shares in a fund that tracks the price of gold. When you buy shares of a mining company, you are investing in a business that extracts precious metal from the ground.
So let's talk about the first major difference.
The first fundamental difference is ownership. When you buy physical gold or silver, you own a tangible asset. It is something that physically exists or can be held, stored, passed down, or sold. If you purchase 1 ounce gold bar, that bar belongs to you. With ETFs or stocks, you are owning a financial instrument rather than the underlying physical metal.
How did that influence your own investment decisions?
Personally, one of the reasons I started buying physical bullion was because I wanted part of my portfolio to consist of assets that I directly own. With stocks and ETFs, your investments are held through brokerage accounts and financial institutions. That's perfectly normal and works well for many investors. But owning physical bullion gave me an additional sense of diversification because I was holding something tangible within street value.
What's the second key difference?
The second difference is the purpose behind the investment. Many people buy stocks and ETFs with the goal of generating returns through businesses growth, earnings, or market appreciation. Physical bullion investors often approach their investments differently. Their focus is usually on preserving wealth over the long term. Gold has historically been viewed as a store of value. Rather than trying to outperform the market every year, many bullion investors are looking to protect purchasing power and diversify their portfolios.
So the mindset can be quite different?
Exactly. When I invest in stocks, I'm often evaluating company performance, industrial trends, and growth potential. When I buy physical gold or silver, I'm thinking more about long-term wealth preservation, portfolio diversification, and financial resilience.
Today, buying stocks or ETFs is incredibly easy. Investors can make trades within seconds using their smartphones. Why do people still choose physical bullion then?
I would say convenience is definitely one of the strengths of online trading platforms. However, many investors buy physical bullion for reasons that go beyond convenience. First, they value direct ownership. Second, physical bullion often viewed as a hedge against inflation and economic uncertainty. Third, gold and silver have a long history of being recognized as stores of value across different countries and generations. For many investors, physical bullion serves as a form of financial security within a broader portfolio.
I see. Some beginners think they have to choose between stocks and bullion. Is that true?
Not at all. In fact, most experienced investors don't think in terms of either or. Many people own stocks, ETFs, cash, properties, and precious metals simultaneously. So each asset serves a different purpose. Stocks can provide growth opportunity, ETFs offer the convenience and diversification, and physical bullion can provide portfolio protection and long-term wealth preservation. A well-balanced portfolio often includes a mix of different asset classes.
So, for someone who is just starting out, what questions should they ask before deciding where to invest?
I would recommend starting with 3 questions. So first, what is your financial goals? And second, how much risk are you comfortable taking? And third, what is your investment time horizon? If you are clear on this answer, you will have a much easier time deciding on how precious metals fit into your overall investment strategy. And most importantly, don't invest into something simply because it is trending online. Take the time to understand how the investment works.
Before we wrap it up, do you have any final advice for viewers who are comparing precious metals with stocks and ETFs?
Absolutely. Instead of asking which investment is better, ask what role each investment can play in a portfolio. Stocks, ETFs, and physical bullion all have their strengths and limitations. The most successful investors are often the ones who understand these differences and use each asset appropriately. Investing shouldn't be about finding a perfect asset. It's about building a strategy that aligns with your personal goals.
Thank you for joining us and sharing your experience with us in both financial markets and precious metals.
Thank you for having me, and I hope today's discussion helps viewers better understand the different ways they can approach investing.
My name is Jia Xuan, and thank you everyone for watching this series. We hope this episode helped you understand the 2 most fundamental differences between physical bullion and paper investments, as well as why many investors continue to include physical gold and silver in their portfolios, despite the convenience of online trading. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like and subscribe. Turn on the notifications for more precious metals insights from Bullion Point. Leave your questions in the comments below and we may answer them in a future episode. Thank you for watching and we'll see you in the next episode of Bullion Point Podcast.